But I want to talk about diet because, as you said,
Yeah.
and that it's about, you need about, I think it's 80% of the game is diet, right?
Yes.
But let me just share with you my issue with this whole statement, right? I'm an Indian guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I love my mutton curry. There's
Yes.
no way I'm saying no to that.
Yeah.
There's just no way. My fish curry. No, you're talking about it makes my mouth water.
Yeah.
My banana leaf. I love it. I'm 6'9". I need a lot of food.
Yeah.
Must dieting, when it comes to losing weight or building muscle, must I always eat steamed chicken and broccoli?
Yeah.
Why can't I, exercise and not eat anything in between?
Yeah.
Why? What should I do to eat healthy and be happy at the same time?
Okay. All right. That's a very good, interesting question, actually. So let me just explain a little bit. Okay. Give you an example. Let's say you are obese.
Okay.
We are talking about someone who's 120 kilos. Just give you an example.
By the way, I'm 120 kilos. So.
Okay.
Okay.
But I think because of your height, it doesn't look so obvious.
Yeah.
But if it's a shorter person, that probably looks very obvious. So when you feel something strange on yourself and you want to do your medical checkup, first thing what the doctor say, okay, you need to lose weight. You need to start eating healthy,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah. If not, I'm going to put you on meds. This is what is going to happen, da, 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 all these things. So when that happens, the doctor doesn't tell you clearly what sort of food you should be eating. He will just give you a general statement.
Okay.
And what is your next source of knowledge is Google. There you go. You go start searching for stuff
Yep.
and you got even more confused.
Okay, exactly.
Then you start watching Instagram videos because of this guy, that guy. Wow, okay, I'm going to be like this guy. I'm going to start taking that. 2 months later, nothing happened.
Yep.
Okay. So this is very straightforward. Normally what I say, we as Indian, a lot of people, I come across a lot of videos, people say, stop eating rice. Rice is bad.
I can't do
Substitute
it.
with chapati.
Nope.
I can't do that either. I need my rice.
I can't. No.
Okay. So,
But sorry, just to add on to that point, I tried that once.
Yeah.
I tried not eating rice. I just felt weak the whole day.
yes,
Yeah.
because it's something like driving a car without fuel. And what's going to happen? You're going to crash somewhere, right? You can't be relying on your black oil.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You need the right petrol.
Right?
Yeah.
You're right. You need that. Yeah. So it doesn't matter whether you're pouring 95 or 97. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Or diesel or whatever. Still, fuel.
You need the fuel.
So you need the fuel. So your fuel source is actually rice. You see, if you the problem is not rice. Rice is never a problem. It only becomes a problem when you take excessively.
Okay.
Okay. Give you an example. Why do people eat a lot of rice in India? If you look at it,
Yes, mountains.
Mountains, yes.
Yeah.
But have you seen what exactly does he do? He's probably working in the paddy field. Or he's probably a construction worker.
I've never seen an obese guy like after they're all skinny and
Correct.
Yeah.
So because carb is a source of fuel for you to work. So that's how it is.
Okay.
So you can't follow the same diet or what he is eating. If you're having a sedentary lifestyle, 9 to 5, you're working at your desk job, just sit there after lunch, what are you going to do? You're just going to sleep off, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're telling me you're going to hit the gym and work out for 4 hours, what sort of workout are you going to do 4 hours? Trust me, even by 1 hour, you're paid.
Yeah, correct.
Right? So I think what we need to know is that the right amount of food, whether it's good food, bad food, if it's the right amount, you don't have to worry. Same goes to sugar. A lot of people say sugar is bad. No, sugar is not bad. It only becomes bad if you start taking too much of dessert.
Okay.
Last time back in the day, we just go get a coffee with milk and sugar. But now these days, when you go to Starbucks, it's no longer a coffee, it's a dessert.
Yes, that's true. With the chocolate
Right?
and with God knows what.
That's what it is. And one drink will probably cost you like what, 20, 30 bucks. And people just don't care. I think come across news about this few months ago. I saw someone's paid like what, 35 bucks in Starbucks. And it looks scary, the amount of whipped creams and everything there. So if you are doing that every other day, trust me, you are just adding to your statistics. That's what it is.
But one thing that I always thought was that you shouldn't eat anything in between. So when I had a very active lifestyle, I would only eat my meals and that's it. I never munch.
Right.
So does that help?
Okay. So again, you can still munch.
Okay.
Depends on the amount of calories of how much of things you are eating, munching.
Okay.
Say example, right? Okay. Let's say from morning you wake up, your first meal, you eat your breakfast at 8 o'clock. Okay. What you eat in your breakfast is also matters. A lot of people have their Cocoa Crunch or whatever, which is only sugar. There's
sugar,
nothing else.
yeah.
If you actually...
If I'm not missing, I think about close to 50% sugar.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
And there are a lot of people who I still know actually eats that for
Okay.
breakfast. in the age of 30, they still take that sometimes. Cornflakes, and you name it. When I tell them, why are oats? Oh, you should look at the look of their face. I'm not touching that damn oats for any reason.
I agree with that.
So
Oats is what they feed prisoners. Let's be honest.
yeah, horse food.
Horse food, yeah. What the hell, man? Stop feeding me horse food.
Yeah, exactly. So then you go to your lunch at 12 o'clock. You have a huge amount of, because you're hungry, you just eat. And then 2, 3 o'clock later, you probably feel hungry again. You walk around the cafe or whatever. Okay, you grab something. So you see, the amount of food you've been eating a day is way too much than you need to take in a day.
Okay.
So everything drills down to amount of calories you take in a day.
And how much you burn.
How much you burn.
Okay.
Okay. So the equation is very simple. Say example, for your body, okay, for your height, for your age, you take 2,800 calories a day for you, for your daily intake. So if the rest of your life, you're taking 2,800 calories, you're not going to gain weight.
Okay.
Because that is what you've been doing. But that's very unfortunate because a lot of people will never do that.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of calories to burn.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if what happens, if let's say as you grow older and the doctor tells you, okay, I think, you need to start losing some weight. Okay, probably be looking at probably about 300 calories lesser. So what do? You probably stop eating breakfast.
Okay.
Example.
Okay.
So maybe your breakfast contribute about 100 to 150 calories.
Okay.
You slash that. Your snacking, maybe you didn't feel like, and you started chopping it off. So you have already cut down to 2,500 calories. Eventually, if you follow this diet, you will lose weight in 1 month. In condition, day in, day out, you do the same thing.
Okay.
So what happens here is that you are already on a calorie deficit, which is 300 calories lesser.
But I find that a bit scary because when I was... again, this is all pre-pandemic time. I used to work out in the gym.
Yeah.
And I used to play badminton.
Right.
So when there was a time when I wanted to be very defined and chiseled, right, I stopped rice.
Right.
Man, at one point I was playing badminton, then I felt like, you get that tingling feelings on your finger, your blood sugar drops, right? It's scary.
Yeah.
So then I said, screw this, I'm just going to eat whatever, like maximum, whatever I ate before. So I avoid this thing. Right? So how do we stay away from that, the the unhealthy repercussions?
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people sometimes, that is where we do the food measurement. Okay. When I say food measurement, doesn't mean that you have to carry a scale. Put your weight there and then calculate how much a scale of food you eat.
Yeah.
Just use your hand. So, if example, when you used to eat rice really a lot, you start changing the amount of rice is only your palm size. If it fits your palm size, okay?
Oh, no, bro.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Okay. But again, like I said, I think some people's hand is much more big. So when I say your hand size, it doesn't mean mountain size. It is just filling in this part of your palm. That's it. Okay. So that is your rice. Okay. And I think if you've seen like a lot of people eat Indian rice and then you have your normal white rice, then you have brown rice. Now you have black rice, all sort of strange rices. Again, it's always good to read the content, okay? But the Indian rice is always good, okay? A lot of people who are like diabetes patients, they always take that. And I think now it doesn't sting anymore like how it used to be 20, 30 years ago. I remember when my mom used to suffer me to eat that.
Yeah. Now it's actually nice, yes.
Yeah, it tastes a lot better now. It's clean and polished. And there's even now those basmati rices, which is low GI, we call it, the glycemic index. The glycemic index is basically what we use measurement for your carbs and stuff like that. You can take those, and even for diabetes patient, it's recommended. And if you take in that amount, trust me, you won't have that problem.
Okay. Another question I want to ask you is about when I look at Chinese people.
Yeah.
They always eat very early.
Yes.
And not most of, but a lot of them have flat stomachs and all that, right? And then after they eat, they like to walk.
Yeah.
So is the time that we eat also important to look better?
Okay. That's a very subjective question if you ask me.
Okay.
So why in the past, if you remember, our fathers, mothers used to tell us, okay, you need to sleep early and then you go to bed early. Because generally when you eat like rice, chicken, it takes about 3 to 4 hours to digest. And if you eat something very light, like very soupy, it's more easy to digest. It's more quicker. Say example, if you work late and you get home like 9, 10 o'clock in the night, then you eat rice. After half an hour, about 1 hour, you go back to bed. Your food is still not digesting yet. It's not digested yet.
Okay.
So it needs at least 3 to 4 hours to digest. So what happens in this period of time is sometimes food doesn't get digested. and it's still processing in your body and you go to bed. So this is where we always have a lot of problems, digestion problems, what do you call that? Indigestion, a lot of stuff like that. So it's best always to eat early, yes, of course. But the kind of food, what we eat also matters.
Okay.
Say example, some people, I do recommend this to some of my clients. Sometimes they say that, I can't eat rice in the night because I get burping issues and stuff like that. So what I told them is, okay, try taking protein shakes. Why? Because you have solid amount of protein in there and you can mix with a bit of fruits, blend it and have that. Because it's lighter and when you wake up in the morning, you don't feel full, you don't feel like indigestion issues and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that actually helps a lot of people. But again, I'm not emphasizing everyone to take protein shakes. It's up to you.
Okay.
You can even have a sandwich. You can do an egg mayo sandwich and sleep. Doesn't matter. It only takes about 30-40 minutes to break down.
Okay.
So sometimes it's the food choices we make. And it's always good not to eat something very heavy. You can't go and eat a biryani and then go and sleep, right?
No, so that's an interesting point you bring. So you know that old adage, they said, eat like a king.
Yes.
Eat your breakfast like a king, and then your dinner like a pauper.
Yeah.
So is that true? Should we stick?
Yeah, you can do that. Yes.
Okay. So is that recommended for everyone, or again, is that subjective?
Okay. If you ask me,
sorry. Why I'm asking is because I skip my breakfast.
Yeah, that's fine. Because you see, when you skip breakfast, it's either because you don't feel hungry or you just feel that you just want to do some sort of fasting, which is okay. I'm nothing against it. It's not to say that you must have breakfast, you must have lunch, you must have it. It's up to you. But you can skip meals, but don't try doing something like excessive. Okay, so that's the one most important thing. A lot of people tend to do that. So if you skip your breakfast, that's fine. And just focus on your lunch and stay within the amount of calories you're supposed to eat. Your rice, your fiber, your protein, whatever. All those things, just keep it.